That's really the problem with these short loading screens, is you can barely read them. Especially when you have the game loaded on an SSD and it just insta-loads in like 2 minutes. Sorry, 2 seconds, I should say.
Okay, people, this is it. Ulzebek.
No sign of any Renin guardsmen.
The Renins aren't as populous as the Danins. Probably figure stationing guards in a place like this would be a waste of precious manpower.
So this is where the next safe house is?
Yes. The last place they'd think to look for enemies is on their own doorstep.
That is, assuming anyone actually made it here before us.
Zephyr! Looks like we needn't have worried. Come on.
I do kind of like the concept of adventuring through a ruined world like this. This is kind of neat, because most of the other Tales games are... You're in a... You know, there may be problems in the world, but generally speaking, it's like... The world is not in ruins and shambles like this place seems to be. And you're generally traveling to relatively friendly areas with some dungeons in between. This, like, everything seems pretty awful here. These chickens had just laid their eggs. And those Bright Eyes, they took every last egg. They couldn't spare a single one. Hope those armored soldiers don't stick around here either, and they leave us just like they did in Moscow. Sounds like there was an explosion along the tracks. Did the Crimson Crows cause that? Oh, so you're the new recruit that Zephyr brought in, eh? I wouldn't call myself a recruit. Oh, really? We've all heard plenty about you, so if you ever decide to join up with us, you'll definitely be more than welcome. This is Ulzebek. It's a Danin enclave like plenty of others in this realm. Unlike Moscow, which is mainly a mining area, this place mostly produces food and other daily essentials. The Bright Eyes rarely show their faces here, which is why we've made it our headquarters. Seems like a bad idea this close to your, master base. At least, yeah, it's right there. Is there anything else? What's the situation? Our friends have made it back from the old Zion mine. Fortunately, not everyone made it out of there alive. We have to make sure their sacrifice won't be in vain. Am I really that famous? Why are you surprised? Of course you're famous, tough guy. Hard for people not to notice you wearing that mask of yours. And if that's not enough, you're always going out of your way to help people and make life less miserable. It's no wonder people talk about you. With that kind of reputation, I say you definitely belong in the Crimson Crows. I'm guessing none of these are really that important, because none of these people have things above their heads.
What's this doing here?
How do you get an apple gel out of the water? It's like feeling along the bottom. It's probably the drinking water I'm standing in, though it doesn't look exceptionally clean. Come on, quit standing around talking. We've got water to carry. You saw those Crimson Crow members. They were hurt. Those Bright Eyes must have got them. Wonder if we're next. I don't know. Dad says the Bright Eyes can't afford to just kill their workers. Maybe they changed their mind. I keep getting stuck on things. Okay. Oh, I see. Pressing X makes you go to a walk. In case I guess this is a little fast, but this walk feels a little slow. So I've been thinking of joining up with the Crimson Crows. You with them? But what can you do? Your body's so weak. I can still fight. I have to. It's for our kids. To give them a future. You've got to understand. I know, but... Short on supplies and manpower over here. Guess I've got no choice but to ask the Crimson Crows for help again. Do I have gold yet? No, I haven't picked up any actual money yet. Not that I think these people really have much use for money and much of anything to sell to me. I can make just about anything. Food, clothing, furniture. Not that there's anything left to make things with. Wonder how much longer this fighting will go on. There's so many Crimson Crows who have gotten injured and killed because of it. Who knows? I just hope things don't get any worse. Sends chills down my spine thinking about what might happen if they manage to make the Renans any angrier. Yes, these are two talking people, yes. Looking out for any chests of any sort. Be careful if you choose to go out. There's a garrison of armored soldiers up ahead. We'll go out in a bit, I suppose.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
Yeah, we definitely need to get that CP back. Don't have anything interesting to sell you at all, but you're more than welcome to take a look and see what I've got. Okay. So life bottle, scrap meat, and carp. I don't have any money, but I could sell stuff if I wanted to get some money. What's that? Raises max HP when used? I don't remember if those actually have any actual use other than just giving them to people for additional health. Anyway, they don't really have anything I want. Well, that's everything, right? That's not like, yeah, that's everything. They don't have, like, weapons or anything. I need to replace this awful sword I have. You're welcome to sleep here if you like. You'll have to fix your own food, but the beds are nice and soft. Gonna say, they're gonna be nice to us and just let us sleep for free, right? We don't have to pay for it. Don't work too hard out there. Why would you have a whole inn in here? Seems a little... Not making any money. I guess maybe it's just like a giant building for sleeping in. Well, that got our CP back at least. Oh, that's the guy that's making all the noise over here. I cannot go on that roof. Okay. These injuries should heal eventually. When they do, I'm getting sent back to Moscow. I doubt I'm going to make it out of there alive this time. The jumping's a little bit weird. Telling me I shouldn't get involved, like right in the middle of the conversation. I shouldn't get involved with the Crimson Crows, old man? You're right, I am. Back when I was your age, we had people who were doing the same things as them folks, and ain't nothing changed, nothing. Then Bright Eyes find out we got a Crimson Crow hiding among us. You can be sure there'll be hell for everyone to pay in Ulzbeck. She's right, they'll kill us all, each and every one of us. You know how they operate. Exactly. Give it a second thought before you do something we'll all regret. As much as I hate to admit it, they're both right. I hate Renans as much as everyone else. But trying to fight them is suicide. There's only one way it's going to end for them. Crimson Crows, and it ain't going to be pretty. Just give it up. It's hopeless against the Renans. All this dark talk just makes today's work that much harder to get through than it already is. On patrol on Zephyr's orders. You can never be careful when dealing with Bright Eyes. If any of us sense even a whiff of trouble, all we have to do is give the signal and everyone can hide immediately. You mean like how they did at the last base? Oh wait, they didn't. Right. Some yeah, I was gonna say, there's ladders on the map. I feel like all I'm going to do is find like an apple gel somewhere and learn about these people's terrible plight. After working with my hands all my life, I can't hardly see nothing with these old eyes anymore. Don't jump. Oh, the road over there leads to the Igla Wastes. Leah? You won't find any Renans since it's all just ruins and abandoned villages, but it's crawling with stray Zoogles. So be careful if you go there. Yeah, they won't let me go out that way. Is a cat? Cannot pet the cat. Sounds like there's a bit of a ruckus close by. Did something happen? Don't know what's going on around here. As long as they don't make my life any harder, though, I don't give a hoot. It's been a long and hard enough struggle making it to this age as it is. My creaky old body can't take much more. Ooh, I've lived in... Oh, I forgot how to say it. Caglia? I think that's what it was. Caliglia? All my life, so I like to think I can take a little heat, but this is really pushing it. That's why I've got to stay hydrated. Can't afford to collapse from heat stroke while looking out for Renans. It actually, so this is reminding me a little bit of Berseria, like the beginning of Berseria, where you kind of start out in a prison island, but then you eventually escape and you get to like the real world where there's civilization and stuff like that. This whole world seems like that. Of course, maybe once we leave this area, we'll find out that it's actually different outside of this area, but I have a feeling the way they're describing it, that may not be the case. Seemed like there was a big commotion earlier, so I decided to hide here and wait. I think it's finally safe for me to come out. Gotta stay vigilant for signs of armored soldiers. We can't have a repeat of what happened in the old Zion mine. Okay. Glad you're okay. Quick, get inside. The rations you managed to swipe from the Bright Eyes, you're welcome to have some. Just make sure they don't see you with them. Thanks, I'll be careful. My kids are starving over here. They somehow expect us to keep them fed on next to nothing. By all means, your kids are more than welcome to have them. That makes the risk we take getting these rations that much more worthwhile.
Zephyr, you made it! See? I told you there's no way Zephyr would have kicked the bucket.
Fine, you were right. So, what's the plan?
Well, we've got an ace up our sleeve and the enemy's in disarray. I say we strike while the iron's hot.
So we're finally going head-to-head with Balsef.
That's right. We can't afford to mess this up. It's now or never.
Then now it is! We've all been waiting for this day for far too long!
Leave the plan to me. In the meantime... Yeah, you two need to do something about your outfits.
Do I get actual clothes now?
I have just the thing for your size. Stay right there, okay? Ta-da! I told you, it fits like a dream.
Excellent. I look like a normal person now.
I'm afraid we don't have any Renan clothing. I could find you some Danon outfits. But something tells me you'd rather pass.
Is this really that important?
In case you need reminding, I'm here because our interests overlapped. Nothing more. At no point did I say I've given up being a Renan. Now, let's play nice. How about you ask Nath and see what he says? He's our one-stop shop for info around here. With any luck, he might just know something.
I was gonna say, are we trying to cover up that... who we are? Because we do have a very noticeable mask on, but... Then again, I guess our clothing wasn't exactly very good armor. Oh, Zephyr, no.
Try to be careful not to stand out too much. You're the only Renan around here, you know.
I know. I was just thinking about how communal it feels here, even though it's only supposed to be slave quarters.
Huh? Oh, yeah. When you put it like that, I guess it is different from heavily patrolled Mosgul. Were you expecting something more depressing?
It's likely a sign that Balsef doesn't think you guys can do anything to him.
What?
I mean, if Balsef thought the Crimson Crows actually posed a threat to him, you'd figure he'd be trying harder to suppress them.
You... No. You're probably right about that. All of the other Danans that aren't with the Crimson Crows accept the Renan's rule as simply a fact of life. From the day we're born, no, probably even before that, it's been drilled into us that the only purpose our lives have is to help select the next sovereign.
If they don't like the status quo, then they should fight it. Otherwise, they're endorsing it either way.
I see it differently, but that's just me. Speaking of Renans, do all of them think about things the way you do?
I won't deny that among my fellow Renans, power and status are everything. However, that isn't what this is about for me. I have something I need to do, and I'll do whatever it takes, and use whoever and whatever I need in order to get the job done. To hell with power.
We're really gonna bet it all on Iron Mask and his Renan lady friend? Not sure I like our odds. Well, if Zephyr says they're good, it must be true. We just have to trust them. Nain? Still talking to the others. You'll find him outside. You should go say hi. The other members and I are going to devise our plan of attack. I'll have to let them know that I intend to make you guys the centerpiece of the whole operation. You're not only new here, you don't remember much at all, right? Have you got any questions? Okay. Ideally, we'd like to drive out the Renans, but as I'm sure you know, they've got us more than a little outgunned. For now, we mostly wait for a chance to strike as we sabotage what we can, gather intel, and help other slaves along the way. Although apparently our big chance is right around the corner, if Zephyr and the rest are to be believed. Anything else? You know, Oh, here, I noticed that I can't see most of these people's hands. Like, are they just putting gloves on them so they don't have to put that little scar in everybody's hands? Maybe that makes it easier, and then later on they can reuse the character model for a character that doesn't have a stone in their hand or something? I'm not sure. How do the Renans fight? Yeah, like, the main characters, you can see their hands for the most part. But all these backup characters that don't have names, you can't see their hands. Or most of them, anyway. The Bright Eyes wear their huge armored suits and fight using astral arts and sicking their Zoogles on people. You're dead meat if you try to take them head-on, so you'll have to fight using greater numbers by taking advantage of the terrain. Most of us aren't like Zephyr. We can't take them on one-on-one like him, unfortunately. That's why we're so glad to have you two on board with us. We could use all the help we can get. Ulzbek is one of the enclaves where Dawn slaves live. It's mostly responsible for producing food. The Bright Eyes don't have any outpost here and hardly come through on patrol, which is what made us decide to set up shop here. In exchange for agreeing to keep quiet about our whole presence, we give out supplies to the residents and help them with their needs. It also doesn't hurt that nobody's a fan of the Bright Eyes either, though. Big planet in the sky is their homeworld, Rena, while the smaller is Lenigas? Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Their stronghold and where the Bright Eyes come from. Oh, and about that name, we call them Bright Eyes because their eyes light up when they use astral arts. Yeah, I figured. They love to call us embedded since we're all embedded with the spirit core as soon as we're born. But when someone joins the Crimson Crows, they dig theirs out. It's our way of showing we're not slaves to anybody any longer. The big shot Renan's in charge, the Lords, they wear different outfits from the rest. They're made of weird fabric and stick out like a sore thumb. Alright, Zoogles are the monsters you often see tagging along with Bright Eyes. I couldn't tell you how many different kinds there are, but I do know that they're all nasty and real dangerous. There are also feral ones you'll find wandering around outside. Most of those escape from their keepers. We call those strays. Astral arts, the Bright Eyes refer to the powers that they use. They're basically like a kind of magic. Donans can't use astral arts for themselves, which makes Renans as much of a pain to deal with as their Zoogle pets. Here's my character that's going to just drop info on you, but that's alright. I don't know who did that. Let's go up the stairs and see what's up here. That takes care of that. I guess this leaves this right here. I have to hurry and treat it before it gets bad. Is that... who's doing that? Oh, that's you.
Hoo-hoo!
Why do you sound like a human? Rabbit ears.
Hoo-hoo!
Guess that helps you find them. They just
I'm
hoo-hoo
surprised
around.
there are owls here, too.
Yeah, there are more of them around than I thought.
This position's good because you can keep an eye on every entrance from here. In a worst-case scenario, we can flee along the mountains, too. That's how much Zephyr thought this whole operation out. He's the leader of our organization for a reason. Oh, down here. Okay. I don't know how much more we'll do today, but maybe like another 10 to 15 minutes. We'll see where we get to a good spot for. Stepping on the crops.
Nath, we need your help.
Ah, damn. Never the manpower when you... Huh? Help, huh? What kind? Is it urgent?
Well, no, not exactly.
Well, in that case, would you mind helping me out with something first? The work's really piled up around here.
What is it you'd like us to do?
Anything you can manage. No one cares about us slaves. That's why it's all the more important that we stick together and take care of each other. Check in with that guy over there for details on what needs doing. And thanks in advance.
I'm gonna learn about like subquests over here. Kind of feeling
I
that
wonder
right
if
now.
something happened. Hey,
Nate sent us. He heard you might be a little short-handed.
yes!
You could say that. Didn't think you'd send over the Iron Mask himself, though. That's a bright eye with you. You sure we can really trust her? She's on our side. Zephyr can vouch for her. If Zephyr's good with her, then I guess we don't have a problem. What the hell. The name's Dyron. I'm the one who runs this lodge. This is a lodge? But we all already have our own beds. We don't sleep on straw and rock-hard dirt around here. Crimson Crows have their fair share of folks who are either knocking on death's door or can't otherwise move around openly. That's why what this place here is for. To give people a place to rest up properly before they head off to fight. Everyone needs their rest. If you don't rest, you can't hope to fight the Bright Eyes at your best.
I guess.
Makes sense. What do you want us to do then? I need you to help haul in some cargo. I have some friends who are on their way to collect it from our hideout in Xeon Mine. The mines? Is that really such a good idea after the Renan snuffed the place out? These are valuable items people risk their lives to gather. We need to get at least some of them back. They should be down around the Sandias Ravine at this point. Meet up with them and help bring the supplies back to this lodge.
Got it.
You're welcome to use these facilities if you need to as well. I'll let you sleep here for free. Yeah, okay, subquests.
I had no idea the Crimson Crows were so active.
You sound pretty thrilled by that.
Thrilled? Maybe. But I'll settle for hopeful. We know now that not everyone is rolling over for the Renans.
Okay, so... Where was this at? Field guide? No. I know they showed us earlier, but now I don't remember where you find the quest at. Anyway, I do think I will stop here for today, though. It's almost 2 hours. I've been here for over 2 hours, but about 2 hours of actual recording so far. So far, I'm enjoying it. I've obviously not gotten into a lot of battles yet, and the battle system is still relatively tame so far. We're not really doing much more than slapping a few, slimes around in a field. But, it seems reasonably fluid. Obviously people have been raving about it. That's the one thing I've heard, is that it's really good. So, I'm assuming that they're going to add more mechanics to it as we go along, and it's going to get really interesting. Right now, they're just kind of teaching you basics on how to fight. And it looks really good. It seems to be running pretty well now that I've got it in full screen. And hopefully it looks good on your guys' end too. I think it should, but I guess I'll find out when I'm editing it. So, hope you guys enjoyed so far. Thanks for watching. I will try to get on a somewhat consistent basis with this, being that it's a brand new game and I actually am really excited to play it. I'll do my best, but just know that, like I've said before, this is a very, very busy time at work for me right now, so it's kind of hard to record on a as frequent basis as I would like. So, just, forgive me a little bit, and we'll see what we can do. Maybe some streams and stuff in the future, too, depending on how stuff goes. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time for some more Tales of Arise? Yes. Bye! Okay. That's where it is. You go to Field Guide, Activity Records, and Subquest. Then, presumably you can find it on your map. Anyway, yeah, that's it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.